Well, hi babies, hi cuties, hi darlings, hi sweets. Hi. I hope this video finds you well. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Whenever you find it, it is the right time. Please use your own discernment and intuition. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them. And I would never do that anyway, so please report those people if you would. Please. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay. Oh, wow. All right. We have 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups. So with that 7 of Swords, I'm kind of seeing the end of doing something alone. Especially with that 9 of Cups looking like that. That guy is like having that girl pour from his cup, pour from her cup, and she's overflowing over there. And he's got like sad eyebrows. So you don't have to do this work alone, or you know, maybe it's just somebody else, like a reminder for them. But I'm getting with that 9 of Cups is coming in like a, I don't know, I don't want to say diplomatic way, but like asking for help in a non-inflammatory way. It's almost like, especially with that 7 of Swords, and if you're doing this work by yourself, that kind of makes you like, I was actually just thinking about this. I have a family member that like lives in the mountains by themselves or whatever, or like in the country, I guess I should say. And like we've been like, man, they're kind of rude sometimes. But we've all like, I haven't said this, but other family members have been like, well, they live by themselves and out there, like, they kind of get detached from like constant human interaction, like closeness, or you know, somebody living with them. There, you act differently living by yourself for a long time versus living with somebody. So it's like doing this all by yourself, this for so long, and you get agitated or hurt, frustrated, resentful, whatever. And like remind yourself that there needs to be this buffer of like not coming at somebody like with your knife out, like help me. Like, hey, can you help me? Like, however that needs to be. Like, I'm hurting right bad, like real bad. I'm in a bad place. Like, I need support. You know, whatever it is. Can you talk to me? Whatever that is, however it looks to you, but like not coming at them like, well, no, I fucking that. You know, like that really like poor me angry energy. Two of Swords in reverse. One more on that, actually. Oh, okay. So with that Two of Swords, see how that chick is sitting there meditating? But since it is in reverse, I'm kind of getting it's like you won't be able to find this true, I'm kind of getting it on both ends here. If you're the person being approached, or And maybe that whole reason I'm bringing up the help and not coming at them sideways, uh, that you could at least see that what somebody is actually doing versus like they're like, yo, why are you trying to fight me right now, when you actually hear what they're saying, or dissect what they're saying, and it's like, oh shit, they need help. Okay. They need support. Okay. Because I'm getting, it's like, and that, sorry, that may also bring some past situations to a new light. Like, you're like, oh man, this person that was being mean was coming at me asking for help, and I was just like, I mean, you can't like beat yourself up or anything like that, but I'm getting, it's like, whoa, these sudden realizations. Oh damn, can't make that up. The Thunderbolt, which is the tower in this deck. And that's a sudden realization. Going back to that Two of Swords in reverse, it's like you won't be able to level up or find this serenity within yourself, like unshakable serenity. And this Thunderbolt is a perfect example tying into that. There's some shaky foundations that you find. And it's funny, all of the clatter in the other room, and that's perfect. That's a tower moment, things falling. You might find serenity and like band-aids of what's happening, like in your inner world, like you're feeling over, because see, these dudes are like fighting in the background, and this chick's meditating. You might be able to not be bothered by the outside world and the chaos and all of that, but it's through like specific, you have to do a lot of work to get there. Obviously you're still gonna have to do a lot of work to get there, but it won't feel like work if you can start getting into this energy of like pouring into others and seeing through that like craziness of like somebody coming at you sideways, and you're like, oh shit, this person actually needs help. It's like, I'm just thinking of a story. It's like somebody's grandma like sees that the kid is troubled, and they get in a lot of trouble all the time, or like some adult, whatever, and the kid is an asshole to the adult and all of that, and but the person is seeing through the behavior, and they're like, oh yeah, this kid just needs help, this kid just needs somebody to love, like kind of going back to that. And that's going to bring you more serenity, not solitude, but calmness, groundedness, this stuff you seek. It's going to bring you this because, and like you're getting more good karma back by putting your love out there. And this is actually going to fill your cup even more, approaching these people sideways or whatever. Or sorry, the people that are approaching you sideways or whatever that is. And that's also going to break down something within you of where you can come ask for help. And it's like I'm seeing it on all ends, coming all ways. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Two of Cups in reverse also. To the Ace of Swords. It's almost like seeing the truth of bad relationships, emotionally wounded people, like, yes, it's going to still like suck that they treated you that way, but it's like it gives you this utter clarity and like neutrality to where you're like, okay, they treated me like shit, but like this had nothing, like, you can, the thing I'm getting is like you can tell yourself, okay, their behavior has nothing to do with me, but it's like there's still that like chip on your shoulder, resentment, something like that, where you're still, it's still getting hung up on what happened, when in fact you can see like, okay, yeah, it was shitty, they were mean to me, it was an imbalanced relationship, they were an emotional terrorist, all of this stuff, like as soon as you can see to that, this is like your boss, like family members, your parents that were really awful to you, all of that stuff, like this is going to give you the strength in the to look at the past and also move forward and give you that like super solid serenity, super solid calmness, groundedness, because you're going to see it for what it is. Like, this person just was coming at me sideways but asking for help. This was their only way that they could. I kind of want to, we have the sun in reverse at the bottom of the deck, what the fuck, at the bottom of the deck, and that's like shining a light on something and not wanting to see it. It's like you like picking up the ugly, picking up the rock and seeing all the bugs underneath. It's like you had, it's, you're getting an opportunity to see the truth. So how can they shift this perspective to better? I don't know if you saw that card spinning all crazy. That was cool. Yeah. And interesting. So we have the Four of Cups, and see how that other cup he's not looking at? Like, to me, that looks like that's supposed to be a window. And it's supposed to be inspiration to like make this, create this beautiful piece of art. But he's not looking out the window. He's choosing not to look around and see the opportunity or whatever is being offered to him. Oh my God. So what is that about? A little more, please. Oh, this is an opportunity to create a piece of art, like create something. Once again, kind of going back to these people that help like troubled youth or whatever, they may not ever get thanked by that child, but they can give themselves that gratitude, that kudos, you know, whatever, 444 on the clock, they can give themselves that recognition by being like, wow, okay, they made at least some progress, like, and seeing that. I'm not saying you need to hang around and like, you'll know when it expires if they choose not to, but I'm getting, it's like something is shifting within you that's able to reach people. Like, it's this sudden understanding. You can reach someone, you can do what you feel is necessary in that moment, or just be like, okay, they're coming at me sideways, they're asking for help, this is their only way, this is a cry for help, this isn't anything to do with me. Yes, they're being straight violent to me, whatever it is, but it has nothing to do with me. Letting that burden go with that 10 of Wands in reverse. Like, you don't have to carry that heavy weight. So obviously I'm getting a lot of this is like that empathic stuff. Like, you're feeling this And maybe you weren't realizing with that Four of Cups is like you weren't recognizing, seeing that you were taking on their emotional load by interacting with them, instead of like detaching yourself and creating that dynamic like, oh, this person's asking for help. And instead, you're not loading that onto you. You're like, oh, okay, I see you're carrying a lot of burden. It's like this, you may do like the energetic protection, but it's like this mental thing that needs to shift, a way of thinking that needs to shift also. Not just, you know, yeah, definitely keep protecting your energy and do your little protection thing that you do. What is... And we have faith in reverse. Number 28 might be significant. That's just kind of going back to like you're only given things for a reason. You're handed things for a reason. This person is being handed to you for a reason, for yourself and for them. And with that card, with all these people on there, you know, that's community. That's having belief in whatever you believe in along with others. Like, it's like, don't lose connection to that. Like, we're all supposed to be in this together. Yeah. And the Page of Wands, like, that's like that's the message that yeah, so don't lose track of like, we're all in this together. We're all supposed to create magic, wonderful, amazing things together. Miracles, all of that. Like, don't lose track of that just because like these people are fucking awful. Like, they're lost. They need help coming back. And I'm like, once again, like, just because I feel like people are going to be like, oh, I'm not going to fucking give into the... Like, you'll know when the expiration time is up. You're still being handed this for a reason. Before you start getting all hostile in the comments. You'll know when the expiration is up, but this is also going to give you, with that Page of Wands, this new revitalized excitement for life of like, oh, this is my purpose. This is how I'm supposed to help. Like, you have, whether you want to admit it or not, there have been people that have reached you. Like, it may not even have registered within your like conscious mind, but people have met on your path that have given you love and whatever you needed, kindness, whatever, that have morphed and shift your reality. Like, they have been part of God's plan to bring you out of whatever darkness you were in or whatever you were fighting. There are people placed everywhere. And this is where you're coming into this. So instead of like, it's so easy to just like dismiss these people, but it's also like, I'm getting, it's like, this is going to help you heal the past as well. Can we get a little more on that, please? Yeah. Hanged Man. That is going to heal, like, that's just going to give you a whole new perspective on the past. And we have the Fool card here. That, you can't make that up. That's like the new beginning. That's a fresh start. And I'm kind of looking at the dog pulling his pants down. It's like, you know, like you're a bare-ass baby again. Like, you're stripped down to who you are at your core, is just like you, with no clothes, no things, whatever. Just you at your core, at your soul level. Like, that can't be taken away from you. Whatever is inside of you, that love, that compassion, you know, just the universal energy, that can't be stripped from you. That is something that no physical thing can take from you. or anything. And this is part of like you finding your path and your purpose of like, oh, okay, this was supposed to teach you like nothing can be stripped from you. Whatever was taken, it was all for a reason. Like whatever you went through was all for a reason. And this is to remind you of your true essence. And we have the vision card. Once again, it's like you're being asked to see what isn't quite laid out yet. Dealing with these people, or just kind of reflecting of like, oh, okay, like this just wasn't laid out for me. It was a test of my faith, of community. And you could even say like you failed the test then. You know, if you're reflecting back on things or whatever it is, you can even admit that and be like, oh, okay. Like it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you weren't ready. Like it's just like going to take a driver's test if you've never driven or like didn't have any awareness. You're like, yeah, I've seen people drive before, but like, I don't know, I could probably do it. And then going into it and being like, oh shit, yeah, this ain't for me. Just curbing it and just walking out frustrated. Like that, there's nothing wrong with that. You weren't prepared, but you were getting met with like these opportunities to see. It was like a test on like where your higher self, like your higher self was testing you, your small body, to see where you're at. So like having that vision of like there's something beyond. And you won't, it'll be sorry. Each step will be exposed as needed. You know, it's as needed information. And we have the Hermit, which this says time, and it's in reverse. Why did that come out? We have the scales in reverse, and interestingly, strength in reverse, and it says fortitude. So if you feel like you've given too much to somebody or whatever, like it feels imbalanced, it's not fair, your time was wasted with that Hermit card, like you can't get that back, all of that. Open your mind to maybe, you know, you don't have to, obviously, but maybe open your mind to the fact that you can get paid back for that. It's just not going to be through that person, through that moment. It will get paid back in some way. And like quit clinging to this like, well, my time was wasted or whatever. It was all for a reason. Just as like you weren't ready to take the driver's test. And you can get paid back for this. It's just you have to be open to seeing it that way of like, oh, okay, later on through somebody else putting the time into you, somebody else trying to figure you out or love on you or whatever it was that you did for this other person, that can be paid back. But don't lose that connection of that with, and like lose this gratitude for that. And because the universe, God or whatever, is placing that person to give you that back pay. And it's like kind of going back to that, where was it, that Four of Cups, looking around to see where you're getting rewarded, because you're probably getting rewarded for some shit that happened a long time ago that you put your effort in, that felt like a waste of time, a waste of energy, all that stuff. It felt imbalanced. It wasn't fair. You're getting paid for that right now. And you just have to look around. And we have the Lion at the bottom of the deck. Still keep, and that's Leo. So keep leading with your heart. using that muscle, the stronger it's gonna get. With the Ten of Swords in reverse at the bottom of that, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So by keep using your heart and letting it get stronger and stronger, and putting that love out there and that compassion out there, and knowing that you're gonna get paid back a millionfold, you know, whatever, however you want to see that, but not being hung up on that and being like, this is my purpose, this is where I'm gonna be, this is what I have to do. That's gonna relieve any of those betrayals, the pain that you had with that Ten of Swords in reverse. It's just gonna pull all of that painful stuff that was said to you, done to you, whatever it is. It's all gonna fall out and be relieved, because you're strengthening your heart, and love is going to heal even your own wounds. And we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and that's like not attaching to the past anymore, not buying into that, and like leaving the past where it lays, where it lie. Instead of like bringing it with you, because I'm kind of seeing that like Ten of Wands. It's like maybe you've been carrying this past with you, this imbalance of like, man, they wasted my time, they did this, they did that. They were asking for help, and your job right then was to be the help. Yes, maybe you feel that your time was wasted, but it was for a reason. The time the time your job, I guess, the labor that you were putting in expired, and you all went your separate ways, or whatever, however it is. Maybe you're still in this, but there's like a different dynamic to your relationship. That's done. Lay it in the past. You put in the work. Maybe they didn't. You felt that they didn't, but you had that purpose then, and you will get paid and are getting paid back right now. You just have to look around and see this. And know, and like just keep using that heart and keep strengthening that muscle, that love. And in doing so, we have the Knight of Wands here. That's gonna give you just more energy, more excitement for life. It lifts this burden and this thing that's so heavy and tiresome, gone. And it gives you more energy to go do that and live life with love and give yourself out there, like put your energy out there. All right, babies, I'm gonna end it there. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.